guys probably invest a ton in engineering these different projects with multiple lines spec'd in. How do you guys kind of chase those down and make sure they don't fall off the radar?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's always a challenge because there are a lot of quotes that we do that aren't necessarily heavily designed work. Some of them are tire kickers, just calling and looking for a number. But the ones that are important, they're the ones that, certainly hit a certain dollar threshold. They show up in first of our quote module, but also too they fold over into the opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
So we have an inside team that executes on most of the quotes, does the actual physical part of the quoting, and it's up to the salespeople to pay attention, and we prompt them on that now.
Mm-hmm.
To pay attention to the quotes, the open quotes, pay attention to the open opportunities, and follow those through. With the way that the opportunities are formatted, we're constantly asking them, what's the next step? Who's the competition? It forces us to get better at knowing who the customer is, knowing who the competition is, by making it all right there in front of you. There's blanks on your page. You need to fill them in. You need to be asking the questions. We're not doing this for our health. We are doing it for our health.
And some
Our
food on the
business health.
table.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah,
doing it to make more work for people. We're doing
Yeah.
it to,
yeah.
um, but it's a challenge to keep on top of those quotes because we have one guy, for example, that he sits at a desk all day and he may crank out 4 or 5 decent sized commercial boiler jobs.
Wow.
Some of the larger, VRF projects, those are in the works for multiple years,
Wow.
or months, maybe years before they come to fruition. And I'm sure you guys have seen in
Mm-hmm.
in your lives that these things just don't happen overnight, and it's easy for them to fall off the table.
Mm-hmm.
And it's up to us to go through. And again, the way that it's formatted, the way that the reports are, we're able to print out reports and create various dashboards for our people. It
Nice.
makes it easy for them to identify which ones are important and which ones aren't.
That's awesome.
And if they're
That's
missing
awesome.
that, we're finding out for them and letting them
Yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah.